back of the Times. Ratcliffe, Sir Jim, I'll give Amorim 3 years. That was Manchester United minority owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe speaking to the Business, the Times new podcast yesterday.
We have to be patient, and we have a long-term plan. It isn't a light switch, and you can't run a club like Manchester United on knee-jerk reactions to some journalist who goes off on one, every week. Sorry.
So Amorim gets at least the rest of the season then.
Amorim, he's a good guy.
That's not the same thing. He's a good guy. It's not the rest of the season.
I would say Ruben, he needs to demonstrate that he's a great coach over 3 years.
So you give him 3 years.
Yeah, that's where I would be.
Yeah,
3 years, because football's not overnight.
No, and as you say, the Alex Ferguson example is exactly that, isn't it?
And you look at Arteta at Arsenal. He had a miserable time for the first couple of years.
Yeah.
Managers get sacked out when the fans turn. And for me, the Manchester United fans are quite loyal, and they haven't turned yet.
The away fans are very loyal. They haven't turned yet. Fans can give you stick.
Look at Russell Martin.
Away fans are brilliant.
Russell Martin, they had to sack him because they were turning on the board. Once that happens...
Yeah, well, Russell, it went too extreme for me.
Yes.
I'm a Celtic man, everyone knows that, but what was going on with Russell Martin was too extreme. He had to get a police escort out of his last game. And that can't be right, and but the problem is, Gab, football is in people's blood.
Their life.
It is a massive part of their life. You think how much it costs to watch forget SPL at the moment. Mm-hmm. Think of the Premier League, how much it cost to have 2 seats. So for you and maybe your son or your daughter, or whatever, even 1 seat net, what that costs to watch one of the big boys now.
100%, and
especially in London,
the fans that have got season tickets. Why have you got free kids?
That's what I mean. Well, your stuff.
You need 4 season tickets.
You can't.
Food,
I don't know how people do it.
Travel, thousands. So, like you said, it's a lot. And when they see their team aren't performing, then fans have got every right. But I just look at Manchester United fans, and they haven't turned on the manager yet. So that's why I don't think he's anywhere close to getting sacked.
Yeah, it's difficult. So, look, Sir Jim there, opinions change. He might change his mind in 3 months' time, but he's basically saying, no, let's give him a chance.
2 more years.
Give him a chance. Do you believe it or not? 03717 223344. Could Sir Jim be correct? Do you believe a word he's saying? Let's take a call. Matthew is a big Manchester United fan. Matthew, welcome. Good morning.
Matthew.
Morning, guys.
Hi, Matthew.
Hiya, you all right?
Yeah, go on, mate. Fire away.
Basically, I think I completely agree. It's probably the first thing Sir Jim's done or said in his tenure that I agree with. Since Sir Alex has left, we've had a number of managers. It's up to interpretation whether you deem him world class, but I don't think anyone can disagree with the comment that Jose Mourinho was a world class manager. And he did relatively well, and then it went downhill. And then ever since, every manager has been relatively poor in terms of silverware. So I think that what can we do? Just hire a new manager, sack him, hire a new manager, sack him. It's starting to become the same old, if you know what I mean.
Doesn't it frustrate you, though, as a fan, when a manager is being so stubborn, when we can all see the change of formation that will help the team, we get Manu into the team, the 3 at the back isn't working?
Yeah, I agree, but if you stick with a manager and you support a manager, you've got to believe in the strategy.
Yeah.
You guys know more than myself as a fan and other fans. You've just got to stick with them. We might not be able to see it as non-sort of football people, but as fans. But if that's what he believes in as a manager, then we also have to believe in it, even though it might be hard for fans.
Okay.
Matthew, nice one. Thank you. Cool, thanks for your call. Now, the costs were just too high. This is Sir Jim talking to the Times. There are some fantastic people at Man United, but there was also a level of mediocrity, and I'd become bloated. I got a lot of flack for the free lunches, but no one's ever given me a free lunch. Now, Gabby, you were unhappy with that. Gabby criticised those comments this morning, but Tommy's an Arsenal fan, and Tommy wants to have his say. Tommy, how do you feel about those
Good morning,
comments, Tommy?
Good morning, gentlemen. It's lovely to speak to you both.
You're welcome.
But I have to say, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, and I want to make it very clear, I am an Arsenal fan, that is true.
Yeah.
But I'm a football fan first. And let's put it this way. Gabby, you got to play for the Villa.
Yeah.
I could only ever dream of playing for the red and white of Arsenal. And Alan, you played for the Ticks. So
Yeah. Well, not Celtic. I was Ipswich, Tottenham, Man United, Coventry, QPR. But Celtic was my team.
Fair enough. All right, I do apologise. But my point is, you never got a free lunch, did you? You had to earn it.
Yeah.
You had to earn it. And that's where Sir Jim Ratcliffe is right. And I think that is the point that you made this morning, Alan, that I couldn't agree with more. He's not saying I'm just ripping out the heart of the club, which I know Andy Goldstein might say. He's saying there's nothing for free. You're not walking into Manchester United and just getting it handed to you on a plate. You have to earn it. And in all fairness to him...
What do you mean by earn it?
Well, you've got to be given time to earn it for a start, but you have to work for it. So, for example, Jadon Sancho, there's no doubt in my mind he turned up at Man United and thought he was just going to walk in the team. No, you have to earn it on the training ground.
Of course.
You have
But,
to
mate,
agree with that.
I'm more talking about the staff that have been there for 20, 30 years, earning an
No,
average
that is
wage.
wrong.
Huh?
I agree. That is wrong. That is wrong. The way he's done the cuts in that respect.
That's what
I
I'm
would
talking
agree
about,
with.
mate. I agree with you on the players. 100%
See-
you've got to earn it. But I just think when you're working at a football club and you've been there for years and, like, it's really hard at the moment for people, mate. Cost of living. People can't heat their
I
houses.
completely agree with that. I couldn't agree with you more on that, Gabby. And honestly, listen, we can talk about Sir Jim's conduct, but when he says there's no free lunches, that's what I think he means, and that's what I think Alan was getting at this morning.
Well, I was, Tom.
Well, I do agree
Tommy,
with you, Gabby.
Tommy, I was. It was more the players rather than the staff. Although, in saying that, Tommy and Gabby, you know what it's like when big business buy another business? They troubleshoot. They go in and say, right, where can I save money?
Of course.
Now,
Yeah.
I don't know who he got rid of and what specific jobs they'd done, but maybe he felt we can't sustain this.
Yes.
We can do this.
I understand.
You know, it's a difficult one because at the end of the day, the guy, I know it's Man United, it's people's lives, and everyone thinks, everyone who supports United think they own a little bit of the club, don't they? In their heart
Yes.
and in their body. This guy's put, I forget how much now, hundreds of millions in.
Yeah.
Right, he's put it in, and he wants to be successful. That's why he's a billionaire. And football is different, but at the same time, from a business point of view,
Yes.
he's saying this is not working. I'm going to have to cull a bit here.
Of course, he went in, didn't he?
When he done that Fergie Gab,
exactly.
I was like, ooh, wrong timing.
But imagine, Al, you worked at Manchester United, right? At the training ground, on reception. You're nearly 70. You worked there for 40 years, and this new part owner comes in and says, "Don't go to the canteen unless you're paying for it." And you're like, "What?" When you're seeing players rolling in the most expensive cars, earning £300,000 a week, you're sacking managers, you're sacking chief executives, wasting hundreds of millions.
But Gabby, before Sir Jim got involved, I believe, and someone will correct me if I'm wrong, the ex-players who do their meet and greet used to get a ticket to get a packed lunch. There was no sitting down and have a hot, they got a ticket, there's your ticket.
Of course.
Go and get your packed lunch.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, that's a bit strong.
Totally agree.
Do you know what I mean? So
It's like here, we're lucky to get...
football has changed. It's
We're
a
lucky here,
business
Alan.
now.
News UK, we get grapes, we get fruit. If they took that away from us, we wouldn't be happy, would we?
Gabby, you've just gone down to Starbucks for a croissant and a coffee. Our machine is garbage. The fruit, whose idea was that? You know what I mean? You need some sustainability. You need something to get you going when you're up at 3 o'clock in the morning, don't you?
Absolutely.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.